We are assembling the Frank jar box. So I have all the pieces here laid out, and I'm going to start by prepping my base piece. I'm just going to fold it on every score line here. This is the piece that makes up the bottom and the edges. So I'm going to set that aside for a minute. These two pieces are the lid to the jar. Oops. It doesn't matter which side is your front or your back. If you wanted to decorate both the front and the back of your jar, just double your pieces. I've added some foam squares to his hair. Just lining that up, that just goes right on there. Okay, here's his mouth. He has a set of teeth that go in his mouth. And he has a little tongue. I am going to go ahead and place his mouth before I put his eyes on, so that it will help me line his eyes up to where I want them to be. So there's his little mouth. Now I have added some foam tape to the bigger eye. Okay. Now I'm just going to take a minute to decide how I want to do his eyes. Well, that's pretty cute. So I'm going to go ahead and place this one, since this one I have on foam tape. I don't have to lay the smaller one down first. If I wasn't using the foam tape, I would need to put the smaller one on first if I wanted the big one to be overlapping it. Which is the look that I like. Just slightly. I've got these two pieces here that make up my little tag that I'm going to put on them. Don't want to forget his scar, or his stitches, I should say. These are stitches, I guess. Put those there on his face. Okay, now for the bottom and the sides, I'm going to attach this tab here to the side that's in between the front and the back. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on these 3 tabs. I'm going to bring it around. I'm going to put glue on all 4 tabs, I think. Maybe, no. Just these 3. And you're going to line this long tab up to the bottom because these 2 side tabs sit at an angle and they don't line up directly with the rounded edge of the box. Okay, so the piece that you want to make sure is lining up is your bottom edge here. And you just want to make sure that this bottom edge is lined up, just like that. Apply some pressure. It's a little bit hard with that foam tape on it. And then I'm going to put some glue here on this tab. I'm just using my finger inside to push down this bottom corner to make sure that it lines up. And then you can push these other tabs down, the 2 side tabs. I'm going to go ahead and put glue on all sides here. And I'm going to line it up to the sides and the bottom. Okay. There we are. I'm just applying pressure on the inside to my tabs. So you can see there is, you know, a little bit showing there, and that's, I feel like that would be easier than trying to round those edges. It's not really necessary when it's a box. To attach my tag, I'm going to use some Trendy twine. And this is lime grapesicle. Slide this off. I should have had this ready. There we go. I'm surprised I haven't used this one yet. There we go. So I'm going to, for this one, I'm going to double this so I have a double bow. Just going to slide this in and tie this off. Must be this side. I have a, there we go. make my bow a little bit smaller. Yeah, I like that size. That looks good. Maybe a smidgen smaller. There we go. Just trim off my excess. And there is the Frank. Oops. Oh, yes. He's not quite finished. Let's put on his handle. Why I keep forgetting that part. And I am just going to use a pipe cleaner here. You can use ribbon or wire, pipe ribbon, nothing if you don't want to use it, if you don't want to handle. And there is the Frank jar box. Thank you for joining me.